Get ready, because this is year 6 of daily vlogging. Hi, it's my voice. Yeah, it is 11 p.m. at night, and finally my nonverbal spell has broken. I guess that's like the best way to describe it. It's very difficult to, at least for me, to describe a nonverbal episode to those who have not experienced one. Basically, what it kind of is like is all of a sudden my brain is like, hey, talking is not good right now. No, we don't want to do that. Nope, that brings stress. But nope, can't do it. You can laugh. You can make a noise. You can, hum, whatever. Nope, not words. Words are not going to happen. And then eventually, all of a sudden, that just lifts. And it's not like an immediate notice thing. I was sitting here reading my second book of the day, which was thankfully also very good. And Nola hopped up, and I just, without even thinking about it, I said something, to her. And all of a sudden I was like, am I out of it? Oh, what's going on? And then, I finished reading the book, and I went into the kitchen to grab something to eat, and when I was coming back, Rocket, meowed, and I said something to him, and I was like, oh, okay, we're out of it, and then I picked up the phone and to do this clip, and yeah, well, I'm out of it, so, that is, that is the longest nonverbal episode I have ever had, and by quite a lot. The longest one I'd had before this lasted about 2 hours. So we're looking at about 14, 15 hours in comparison to, and I say 14, 15 hours because I was asleep. I don't know what it would have been like had someone woken me up and asked me a question. I don't know, but I could already sort of feel last night it setting in, to be honest with you, after I finished my vlog. So probably all throughout the night, because I texted Ashlyn and Amaria last night to give them the heads up and be like, hey, kind of taking tomorrow as a mental health day. I will probably be quite withdrawn, very quiet, just as a heads up. And that is exactly what happened. I mean, usually it's not to say I constantly am telling Ashlyn things, but usually I'm always sharing some tidbit of information or asking her about something or having conversation, and it was just dead silent. So it was very strange, but for me, of course, it felt that was what needed. I mean, I would not have minded if she had said something to me with her knowing that I would not respond verbally, but, I could, react with a head nod or whatever, or laugh, but yeah, so anyway, I took a shower. My COVID test came back negative. Basically, when I was walking out of the house earlier, I was going to get a COVID test because tomorrow I have a screening, or the screening of definitely one of the films I was in. I think it'll be 2 though. 2 of the films that I was in. So I'm looking forward to that, and I wanted to get a COVID test just to be sure that I was good to go, because not only will I be around them tomorrow, but we also have the dress rehearsal for Saturday's cabaret, and I was like, you know what, let's just be safe. So came back negative, all is well. I also plan on contacting the library tomorrow, because this book right here has a sequel that I was not aware about, which is not unusual. There's a lot of books sitting on my shelves right now that I haven't exactly looked into how many books they have in the series. But the sequel is proving to be very difficult to find. the library actually has the first book, Ultraviolet. They have that book. They don't have the second. And Barnes & Noble only has a hardcover, but it is not available any stores near me. And it's only available on like a Nook book. Well, I have Kindle. I don't have Nook. Those are different. So I can't do that. Library doesn't have it, and on Amazon it was showing it wouldn't be delivered until like potentially the middle of June. I was like, what is going on with this book? So I'll check the author's website as well just to double check, but yeah. So I'm gonna call the library and ask if they are taking requests for titles, and I will ask them to order one. And so I will read other books in the meantime, but I will wait for, and if for some reason the library says no, then I'll snoop even further and I'll either cave and I'll order the hardcover to be delivered here from whatever Barnes & Noble has it. I don't know. Anyway, but yes, I'm gonna eat some food and then go to bed because I need to leave here by like 10:15 tomorrow morning to make sure I have ample amount of time to find where I need to go tomorrow in Athens on campus, because I don't want to get lost like I did for the audition. Well, as I said, I finished that book. I posted about finishing it and posted my little thing. Now I post a thing on my Instagram that where I say pick a number 1 through, and then have, I think it's 706 right now, books that I have in my little library. And I say the first person to respond with the number 1 through 706, that will be the next book that I read. Just like a fun thing to take the decision out of my hands. My friend Megan, who I went to VFS with, is really into it. In fact, since I started it, so this is the 3rd time I've just done it, she has suggested the number first 2 out of 3 times. So, she very much has fun with it. So, I can always count on her to just give me a number. So, anyway, I need to leave the house by 10:15 tomorrow morning. It's nice to be speaking again. It's nice to feel much more settled. I think there's just been a lot that's been happening on many different fronts, and my brain just needed to recoup and reset. So I'm going to have to remind myself to kind of be a little bit more gentle with myself on a lot of different fronts over the next, bit of time, because there's going to be this whole prospective thing of me trying to get pre-approved for a loan for a house and looking into finding a house that'll be in that budget, and then it will move from me paying rent to me paying a mortgage and HOA, if it has an HOA, wherever I end up being. So that's just a lot to realize that, it's exciting, and I think it's time to be on my own again, living on my own again, and it's probably just worth doing it in a house situation rather than another renting situation, but that is still up in the air at the moment. So, yeah, that's a big thing, and that's a really big adult thing. And as someone who has kind of always struggled with growing older and getting older, that's a really exciting, but that's a really big thing to comprehend. Not big enough for me to not want to do it, but big enough that it drastically shifts what my expectations of the next few months or the next year might look like. So, yeah, so I got to remind myself to kind of take it, not slow, but as I said, just be gentle with myself and remember to take breaks and take breaths and stuff when I need to. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. All my social media is in the description. Love you all.